Take your hobby to the next level with a quality racing rig that works great with a PS3, Xbox 360, and a PC. GT Omega Racing Simulator is compatible with a wide range of steering wheels, including Logitech, Fanatec, Thrustmaster, and more. The GT Omega is available now worldwide by going to www.gtomegaracing.com.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, stock, format it. Technologic, 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 technologic.
Go, 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 here it's Bob.
Going to a route is going to be scary. I think that's Venezuelan drivers do well. Skin the wall there, someone takes the pit lane, coming across the track, this could be nightmare. Sideways, still going through, carnage.
Oh, he's gone around the outside of it. Nice little move there.
So Lopez looking particularly racy, and Tony very wide, kicks up a lot of dust there. Outside, we'll do it the hard way. I think Tony's got this one covered again. Actually, a little bit wide as well. Feels the need to really defend tight. He still gets up the inside. Tries to outbrake him. Oh, it's close. Lapchin leaves the room. Good driving from both of them there, and Cunniff comes in. We've got a move here by Alec on the inside. Rodriguez gets out of it. Tries to keep it for the inside part, side by side, coming out the corner. It's going to be a race down into turn one.
But we do have Hazard is coming into the bus stop chicane for the last time.
Just quickly jump on board with the leaders. Fantastic drivers again. I mean, quite a lot of pressure from Daniel. It's probably the most he's had to deal with all season, but held his cool, had a fantastic pit stop, and another win, 5 in 5, fantastic result for Tony Represar. Daniel Lopez is going to come across in second place. Peter Velkoff's going to come across in third.
Technologic, 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 technologic.
Hello and welcome to round 6 of the ARL-TV GP260 series, live from Iowa Speedway. This week the drivers will be tackling 60 laps of this tricky road course from the Speedway. Will Championship leader Tony Represar further extend his lead at the top of the table, or will another driver break Tony's hold at the top step of the podium? I'm Darren Kirk, and tonight I'm joined by my co-commentator Alex Simpson. Hello Alex.
Hi mate, how we doing?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm all raring to go. Just watched Lee's last time video there, so I'm all like ready and techno-trancing, you know. Just ready to get out and bop it now, so let's hope we have a really good race today at Iowa.
Have you done any laps of this track at all?
I can't say I have actually, so I'm going to have to be, you know, the worst commentator in the world today and just commentate it completely blind. But I've seen a few on-board laps and been watching these guys through this practice session, so I got a rough idea where people are going to struggle. For the most part, it looks like a lot of concern is regarding pits, pit entry, pit exit, and it's going to be particularly tight. So I think any overtaking move is going to be very, very tricky to do. There's a bit of a bump coming off of the oval onto the road circuit as well that the driver's going to have to watch out for.
Well, I've turned a few laps in practice myself this week. Easy bit's the first corner. The hard bit's the fiddly little bit in the middle. I think it'd be quite an interesting race for the drivers here. Obviously, if they get stuck in traffic or anything, then they are going to be struggling, and I think quite a few of them push the limits of the track to find out where they are perhaps going to have issues during the race.
Yeah, we're a little bit light on numbers tonight as well, but I guess, you know, in one sense that's a good thing because obviously it's such a tight track, and I think we always knew that this one would be a little bit light. It's you know, oval course, not many people have it, although it is featured on the Mazda series calendar, but also with it being Christmas, everybody's probably still on the sauce and, you know, exceeding the weight limits of the car more than likely, I think.
It's just to hope they're not out on the track. So we're about halfway through qualifying, so I'll have a quick run through of the current standings. Obviously this is probably subject to change, but in first place in pole position at the moment is Nenad Matijevek. Second, Peter Velkoff. Third, Tony Represar. Fourth, Colin Kniff. Fifth, Marco Montaldo. Sixth, Joe Rodriguez. Seventh, John Allard. Eighth, Liam Williams. Ninth, Hugo Preto. 10th, Aaron Mullen. 11th, Ben Horrell. And 12th, Yo Binyo. Out of the guys that have put a lap in so far, I think there's a couple more that have just jumped in the session as well, so done it a bit fine for practice, but I'm sure they'll quickly be up to speed.
Yeah, I think we had a few, like you say, a few late people jump in, so it's tricky because not many people run here, so it's not, you can't just jump and go. You will have to turn a few laps. I think some of the drivers in practice have turned sort of 150 to 200 laps just getting warmed up for it. So about 40 second lap. I mean, we saw 40.7 from Nenad in free practice. So just as we see some contact there coming out of the pits.
A lot there, and the other driver. I think it was Joe Rodriguez.
Yeah, it was over Jowl or Marco in one of the Venezuelan cars. But yeah, the guys have got an extra 5 minutes worth of quality today, and they've been briefed just before the race, just to, you know, give plenty of room in qualifying and perhaps stay in for a few minutes just to try and give some of the other competitors a chance to quali. Doesn't look like they're doing that, mind you, but as they come out of the pits there, three all together.
Looking at the spread of times from practice, it was I think it was about a second between the fastest and the slowest guy there. Over a second. I think Pinot joined quite late on, so he didn't have a chance. Set in one of his best laps. So it should be quite close, but the middle part, actually as they come off the oval, a couple of corners there are really catching a few of the drivers out. I think they're running over the curbs and struggling to turn in, going sideways, running off the track as we see Tony go off there.
Yeah, Tony has been one that's been struggling even in qualifying. I think he was down in not qualifying. I've just lost it today. It's Christmas. That's my excuse. In free practice, I think he was down in 4th place. So you know, he's going to have his work cut out for him today.
Daniel Lopez isn't here this week.
No, a few drivers have it. Daniel was one who posted on the forum just to let us know that he hadn't got the track, so it made sense. Like I say, not a lot of people want to perhaps buy an oval that they're going to run on just the once, so it does make some sense, I suppose.
But it does give the opportunity for a few of the guys that perhaps have been a little bit further down the field to score some points today, which they'll be looking at doing.
Yeah, well, we were in the sort of the race channel earlier on, and you know, a lot of them were talking about trying to pick up quite a few points today. There's no reason why, if they can't just keep it on the track, they could be looking at possibly as much as sort of a 5th place, something like that, which would really jump them up in the championship standings. So
we're just going to have to keep it clean and keep it off the grass and out of the barriers. I think Ben Horrell's spinning off again there.
Yeah, he's struggling big time, especially in that corner. I think I've seen him go off there 3 or 4 times in free practice as well as qualifying now. So he just keeps catching the grass. So he's just trying to get a little bit too wide, and he's spinning under braking there. So just like any single seat Formula car, you catch the grass on these things and you really are toast. He was quite quick in free practice though. I mean, he had some good times in there. Just needs to lock the consistency down, I think. He's not joined today. Chris Lucky, his teammate, got himself a promotion, so he's doing new hours and things like that as well now. So just a big shout out to Chris. You know, congratulate him again on that promotion, and you know, hopefully we will see you back in the car at some point, just for the odd guest appearance. But yeah, for the moment, you know, Ben and the rest of us lot here miss you.
Now, I heard you mention earlier the pit entry is quite a tricky one. I've seen quite a few cars practicing their pit entrances in practice session, and some of them comically did spin into the wall. I think it's going to be at the heat of the moment when they do come into pit, they're going to have to really keep their eye out and make sure that they don't run wide. Otherwise that's going to be the end of their race.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised actually if we don't see a few guys just knock a second or so off what they can normally do as far as that pit entry goes, just to be safe. There's just no point in taking a massive risk and losing, you know, 10 or 15 valuable seconds in the race. So we'll see. Could be surprised. There could be a few massive incidents. I don't know.
I don't know how to call this race, to be honest. I think all the drivers have got a chance.
Well, you see, I wonder, because of the numbers that are on here as well, and the fact that there's only really going to be 3 people who aren't going to score any points today. Now, is it going to calm a load of them down because they're going to think, well, I'm not going to do anything stupid because like, I've got some points in the bag here. I don't want to be one of those 3 that aren't going to score. So we might actually see a ridiculously clean race. Or we could see it the other way where they're all fighting to try and get like a top 5, so we'll see mad moves. I don't know, could be anyone's.
I think the best chance of overtaking, if they can get a good run out the last corner and tuck up through the oval section down into, well, what I shall call the first corner. Technically I think it classes the second corner, am I right? They go onto the road.
Yeah, yeah, that little kink I suppose is technically the first corner.
And if they're lucky and behind someone in the road section, they might be able to sneak past. But from what I've been seeing in practice, unless someone lets you through, and runs wide, you can get sort of stuck behind. I think as the race pans out, back markers could come into the play, hopefully not in a bad way, but if you are stuck behind a back marker and it takes them a corner or two, you could see one of the leaders perhaps lose a second or two. Could be all the difference. So pit strategy is going to probably be quite a big call to pit.
I think we saw that on a lot of the shorter tracks already this season, that the pit stops really made a big difference, like Silverstone, Lime Rock made quite a difference as well. But we're about a minute and a half left of qualifying now, so just I want to quickly take everybody through the table, as we haven't done that at the moment. But obviously Tony Ripstad obviously leading the way at the moment, Daniel Lopez in second, some 65 points behind, so Tony really has got a commanding lead. Daniel's not here. Metier Rich is in third, who is here and looking good today, currently provisional pole, Montaldo in fourth, and Velkov, they're all looking like they're going to try and hopefully jump Lopez into that second spot today. So it's pretty tight though. I mean, looking at sort of 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, there's nothing between those. All of those guys tied there, just count back separating them. In the Constructors' Championship, you've got Trident Racing leading the way there, but Venezuela not too far behind, and I think they're definitely going to be in with a shout at the end of the season. Rapak's up there as well as Racing Engineering and Carlin Dams, all looking like they're having a bit of a good battle. Arden's there as well, so it should be interesting to see how the championship table pans out. Just also want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors as well, so to ApexRacingLeague.com for hosting this league and putting it all on, letting us broadcast it. You know, the guys there, as we say each week, do a great job in organising this. GTOMegaRacing.com for supplying the racing seats and steering wheel stands for us to give away. So if you haven't, if you're not in the championship and you want a decent rig, check him out, GTOMegaRacing.com. SimNewDaily.com as well for all the latest sim news. Alistair there keeps everything up to date. If he hasn't got it, it's usually not been announced to the world yet. And just don't forget to follow us at Apex Racing UK on Twitter for all your up-to-date information, and Facebook is Apex Racing League. And yep, the driver's just finishing up now, Darren, so I wonder if you want to take us through the grid one more time, as should be the final standings now. Are you there?
Sorry, I
right.
accidentally hit the mute button on my mic.
Ah, there we go.
Pole position is Nenad Matjevic with a 40.7. Velkov in second, Rodriguez in third, Repoussard in fourth, Kniff fifth, Montaldo in sixth, Alot seventh, Williams eighth, Pinot ninth, Proto 10th, Bullen 11th, Horrell 12th, Lindsay 13th, Nelson in 14th, and Sears in 15th place. They're slowly forming up on the grid. Some of them at the back of the grid I think are going to be around the corner, aren't they? Not sure exactly how far back the track's going to go. If I can flip back a bit.
Yeah, just while everybody takes to the grid, we'll just
Nenad's going to want to claw back some of the points to Repoussard. I think they're all going to be gunning for their first win of the season. It'll be a long race, 60 laps, whilst it's only 41 seconds a lap. You're going to have to remain concentration. Their concentration.
Yeah, just the last of the drivers now, just making their way to the grid. I think we've got a couple that aren't going to run that were just sat at the back there, didn't set a time, so just long everybody else out there for that 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes that you have to wait. As the revs start to build here for GP260 series at Iowa, and we are away.
I've noticed one of the guys towards the back of the grid did roll forward on the start, so I don't know whether they'll have got away with that. Whether they will have a false start penalty, we have to keep an eye out for that. All looks clean going around the oval.
Yeah, Velkov got a fantastic start and has already got past Matijewicz, and I think that's Repuzard there, and a little bit of contact in the background. But yeah, Repuzard up to third place, gets his wheels on the grass there, and the Venezuelan GP boys are tucked up behind him there, so they'll be looking to try and pounce as soon as possible. Just having a quick look, multi-action camera angle at the moment here as well. I think that someone's got some damage there going high. I'm not sure who that is, but very, very slow. Lots of cars streaming past, but Velkov flying at the moment.
Just had some contact with the slow car there, so Rodriguez has been hit from behind. I think by Liam Williams. Yeah,
it did look like that was Liam. He was trying to stay high, I guess Liam was tucked up behind a car and couldn't quite see. See if we can get an onboard replay of that to see what happened.
I think we've just seen Colin kiss the barrier as he came out the last corner there. At the front, Velkov has got 0.8 of a second lead over Matijewicz, with Repuzard up to third place, with Montaldo in fourth. Keep an eye on this and see how it plays out.
Yes, we're just actually on board now with Liam, just having a quick look at this back. It's down low, you can see Yowl up top, not sure what's going on there. Oh, Yowl just massively slows down all of a sudden. Liam has nowhere to go. Somehow I think Liam's got away with just wing damage to the front of that. No idea how.
Someone's in the pits already. Let's see if I can pick up who that is. We've got Liam, who's coming out the pits now. Pignot is in the pits.
Yeah, not ideal start for him now. He's got people trying to lap him all around him. And looks like we've got a retiree due to a frozen PC as well, Paul Nelson. Looks like he's had to get himself out of it. He should be coming back in with a bit of luck. Right, lots gone on at the start there though, so we've just to sort of catch back up where we are as well. Velkov still leading the way. Matijewicz in second place. Still hot on his heels.
Made a bit of time up in the last couple of laps on him. It's only half a second now. They're trading times at the front. Come round to start their 7th lap.
Yeah,
this race is flying by.
Yeah, he's going to go really quick. Such a short little lap here as well. But Repuzard not losing too much time as well. Still there in with a fight. If these guys battle it out, he could well be gifted with another victory here. So I think he's going to be sensible and wait for his time. to say Velkov and Mathieu did look particularly quick in practice and qualifying though, so it really is going to take those guys to make a big mistake.
I've seen their cars sliding around a little bit at times. Obviously they are pushing. Wondering if you could see what happened to Colin Kniff, because he seems to have dropped down to 6th place. I think he was up in 4th at one point.
Yeah, I'll just have a quick look, see if I can find that.
I think we've just seen Justin Lindsay overtake Charles Sears, the 9th. Well, standings have changed. It looks like Colin's had an off track. As there's quite a few of them. Keep watching this battle at the front.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look at the replay now as well. Colin, really high on the oval section. Actually, just almost looked like he'd give the place up to Alot there. I'm not really sure what that was about. I'm wondering if we'd seen the difference in downforce settings here going out. It just doesn't look particularly quick there. I don't know if he had a slowdown penalty or something there, but he definitely give up a lot of time. I wonder actually if that's what happened to Zhao, but I don't know that you were going to get them there. So, but anyway, back to the action.
Velkov and Matjevic trading times at the front with Repusard and Montaldo behind them, so they're all covered by about 2.3 seconds as of the last lap. So it looks like the four of them sort of in their own race at the moment, with Colin Kniff in 5th place now, 7.5 seconds down the line, and then Aaron Mullen in 6th, 16.1 seconds. Justin Lindsay behind him, 17.7.
Yeah, John Allen must have had a spin somewhere, 71 second last lap, so 1 minute 11. And he's in the pits as well now, so we'll keep an eye on him. Might have just been an early pit stop, but it was a particularly quick one, so he's not taken any extra fuel. Liam Williams, 13.6. He seems to be lapping there or thereabouts on pace now again, so I think, depending on whether or not he's got enough fuel for the race, which I think he will have, because I don't think this is particularly a taxing race for fuel. I think they can almost make it round here.
Also got Hugo Preto pitted on lap 7, and then got Ben Horrell with 5 off tracks in a row, so I'm not sure what happened to him on lap 9. Looks like he's starting to lose concentration or just having a bad lap.
Yeah, at 12, people starting to break away a little gap now, he's saying. I wonder if there's an element of a little bit of frustration, losing a little bit of ground, just pushing a little bit hard, and you know, you make a little mistake here, and then you push even harder to try and make that time up, and that's just when the mistakes just keep flowing there. And I think that's a prime example of what we've seen from Ben there with those 5 off tracks there.
Velkov's got a bit of a lead now. He's a second ahead of Matjevic, with Repusard a second behind. Oh, someone's engine's just blown there. I think that might be Velkov. I think he's just blown his engine going into the first corner.
Yeah, it looks like he is. He's off in the background, so downshifted too quickly there. I think that's the case of. Engine's just popped on him.
He should get a fast tow. He'll get a fresh car when he gets back to the pits, but I think he's easily going to lose a lap here.
Yeah, he's definitely done enough to be able to make it to the end from there. But again, another race goes begging for Velkov. He's had the lead 3 times in this championship and just gifted it away to other people. Now Mathieu takes up the lead at the front, and it's up to him now really just to show us what he was made of with these fastest laps in quali and in free practice, and just see if he can pull away from Tony here. Justin Lindsay up to 6th place. Nice to see Justin on the track. He thought about perhaps not running tonight's race, but looks like he's going to grab a whole load of points here.
It's nice to see Aaron Mullen in 5th, just in front of him. Been having his own quiet race, I think, keeping out of trouble, and he's managed to climb up from, I think he was 11th on the grid, so he's made 6 places out of the action that's been happening in front of him.
Yeah, we were talking to Aaron before, and he was one of the drivers that said that that was his race strategy, was avoid everything, just keep it on the track, and he'll get what he gets. So far it's working wonders for him. Yeah, we've got is that John Allard is a lap down behind Lindsay there, but he's looking like he's trying to make his way back through the field. This is probably the only thing that's really tricky. He's very fast, and you know, in some sense you think, well, he needs to get himself through, but he needs to do it really cleanly, because obviously the driver in front of him is a lap in front, and you don't want to be taking out a lapped car or a lapping car.
But the gap between the top 3 is still under 2 seconds. Matthew Vick is still in the lead with Repusard 2nd and Montaldo 3rd. Only 1.8 seconds behind the leader, Marco. So those 3 are having a good battle. Let's see where Belkov's come out in 9th place. He is a lap down, but he's still in the points. Maybe looking at seeing what he can salvage from that.
Well, Velkov did put the fastest lap of the sorry, not the race, but fastest lap of anyone that last time by, followed by Montaldo. So those, actually the front 3, looking at that, it was completely role reversal. Nenad was the slowest of the 3, and then Repusard was 2nd and Montaldo was quickest. So that little 3-way battle is going to heat right up, I think. Justin here, just taking his time with this track. I know he's definitely a quick driver in this Star Mazda, but he's just giving it a lot of room. And again, I think he's thinking, much like Aaron, let's just keep it on the track and bring it home and pick up some points that are going to come with it. He's already seen a couple of drivers make silly mistakes.
5 seconds behind Justin is Charles MCs. Obviously, it's not directly behind him on the track because Alot slotted in there. Justin has to go a little bit wide there, so
yeah, this will be frustrating Alot a lot. I think he knows that he can run quicker than what these guys are doing at the moment. Last time round, a 42.4 for Justin and a 42.4 as well for Aaron. So he's able to run in the 41, so he'll want to get past as quickly as possible.
already seen 8th place, or everyone 8th place down is a lap down. With Pinot and Rodriguez 2 laps down, and Paul Nelson 17, but I know he had problems with his PC and he's jumped back in. But obviously, being such a short track, it's so easy to quickly lose.
Yeah.
Lost what, 15 laps there.
Yeah, I think a pit stop here is going to cost you nearly a lap by the looks of the time if you're taking anything more than just fuel. So we should see some of those guys that are 1 lap down sort of work their way back into the mix, I think.
And I've just picked up Matthew Vec coming up to, he's just lapped Preto.
Yeah, Preto just gets out of the way there, nice driving. Got Repusard behind him now. Camera angle just jumped off to the battle between Mullen and Lindsay again. It can't make its mind up where it wants to go. Yeah, Lindsay doesn't seem to be able... Sorry, carry on.
So Alex still behind Lindsay. Lindsay doesn't seem to be making a huge amount, but as we say that, it looks like Bullen was quite slow out of the turn there.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say the same thing, really, that Lindsay doesn't seem to be able to make too much headway into Mullen, which is surprising because I know how much quicker he is, but whether that's just he's caught up a little bit of dirty air that might be playing an effect, or there's just nowhere to overtake, and you know, he's as close as he can get. I mean, he's only half a second behind, so once you start getting much closer, it's difficult to spot your braking points. And I wonder if a little bit of that's coming in. He needs to be within the half a second to make a move, but it's never easy. Oh, Alec just getting a little bit out of shape in braking there. Kisses the grass, manages to get it stopped, but that's not what Lindsay wants to see in his rearview mirrors. It seems like he's got a bit of a different line to everybody else through there as well. He's a little bit wider. Definitely loses him a little bit of time. But I wonder if he gets a bit of a better run out of it and catches it back up sort of through this next straightaway section. What we have missed in the background is Marco Montaldo's made his way past Reprisard, so I'm just going to see if I can find that overtake and spoil it up for Bundy to watch. Although it might just be a case of
watching here, and Lindsay has quite a slow midsection of the lap, and Alot looked like he was going to try and get a run at him out the last corner and onto the oval, but he stayed low, kept well out his way. He's still behind him. As we on to lap 26, still seeing the same battles, and Colin Kniff has now got into third place. I'm not sure what's happened to the Reprisard.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've had that.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look at it now on replay. Nenad made a little mistake going out of what is turn 2. Tony got right on the back of him, and I think he just decided, Tony, that he was going to pit. I think we're just about to see on the screen now that he's going to duck on into the pit lane because he's as close as he's ever been. Yeah, so he's in, he's pitted early. He's going to hope to try and get the undercut done on these guys. So we'll have a little look and see if Nenad or Marco decide to cover him off and jump in the next couple of laps. But yeah, it's moved Tony all the way down to 6th place, some 32 seconds behind the leader. So I wasn't far off when I said it cost you nearly a lap.
I think Alot let his teammate Reprisard past. He's dropped off the back of Lindsay. Now Lindsay does actually have a guy racing him behind him, so have to see how quickly Reprisard can get through both Lindsay and Mullen.
Well, actually, what I've just noticed there is a Venezuelan GP car in between them as well. So I'm thinking that's probably Rodriguez. Is that? So he's going to come into play. I think he'll try and put some pressure on Reprisard just to allow Marco the chance to jump him in the pits.
Lindsay ducked to the pits, I think, as he saw Reprisard behind him and thought, right, let's get out of this now.
Well, it's good. I mean, it's clever thinking because, to be honest, all he's going to do is lose some time trying to defend the position when he can get in now and perhaps get the undercut done on Mullen. So obviously, Tony's going to come through here and Aaron's going to lose some time. Oh, Rodriguez nearly losing it. I think he wanted to dive through behind Reprisard there as well. But, yeah, just saw him lose the back end in the background.
Mullen, he knew he was going to lose that place, so he just made it easy. Even a nice door to sneak his way through. He doesn't need to be involved in this battle here.
Well, he's probably only lost half a second there by doing that. You know, a second at most, so he's still got the chance to retain his position in front of Lindsay here. So we'll have to keep an eye on those two, though, see how it pans out through the pit stop phase.
We've only got 6 drivers on the lead lap, all of which haven't pitted yet. I think out of all the drivers that have pitted, Velkov is... Oh, sorry.
Tony has pitted, but yeah, Velkov is leading that bunch as well. So he didn't lose too much time. So I guess can only imagine the fast tow here was pretty short, as we see him there, P7. I mean, he is lapping fantastically as well. 41.2 last lap. He doesn't have the fastest lap of the race. That does go to Nenad with a 40.992, and Montaldo also with a 40.999. So those two, not much between them. But Nenad definitely looks like he's the more consistent of the driver out there at the moment. But I think Velkov might just get himself back on the lead lap. When Nenad comes into pitch. Charles Sears also been in the pits as well. No, not according to this.
And looks like we've picked up a bit of a battle here between Ben Horrell and Liam Williams, who's also managed to get himself back into this fight from that second lap incident. Waiting for 9th place at the moment, and we're only like just about a second apart.
Yeah, we're only halfway through the race, and you know, Liam lost quite a bit of time when he went into the back of Rodriguez. Pitted early, used himself his fast tow. I think he waited a couple of laps, so he should be good for fuel, and actually you can see his teammate in front of him, so he's not in a bad position. And actually what you can't sort of see on track is that the battle for everybody who is 1 lap down is quite tight. So we definitely could see some major position changes, because 1 lap down now from 6 all the way down. So Horrell definitely looking like he's getting to grips a little bit with the car. It makes such a difference when you're in a racing environment and you're not constantly trying to hot lap. You're just more concerned with getting around. Lindsay wide, and both Horrell and his teammates Williams there slipped through. That one corner that Justin seems really to be struggling with, and it's cost him 2 places there.
Interesting to see some of the drivers are using a different line as they enter the road course. Like Williams goes up quite a bit higher than Horrell. Seems to take a bit of a straighter line in there.
Yeah, I think some of the lines getting adjusted because of the bump that you go through there, but I don't think it's too a massive deal. But some of them just wanting to straight line it as much as possible so it doesn't get out of shape under braking.
I think what we've missed there is like Ben Horrell's actually been off somewhere, because both Liam Williams and Justin Lindsay are back in front of him. So
see if I can find that up just to see what happened. Ben perhaps coming under a bit of pressure, giving the commentators curse by saying that, you know, he was finding his rhythm. Yeah, just we're looking at the replay now. Horrell coming down the main straight. Williams right behind him. Like I say, you can see the difference in the 2 line there. And Williams, yeah, you can just see the difference in the line. It just makes it so much safer for Williams, and that's what Horrell suffered with there, is that he just couldn't get the car stopped for the corner. Yeah, both Williams and Lindsay just zipped through.
Seen Aaron Millen be lapped by Nenad, just kept himself out of the way there. And I think Montaldo will be going through rather shortly.
Yeah, Horrell here's got Repusard right behind him as well, about to put a lap on him, so it's always difficult because he's fighting for position in front of him, but gonna have to let him go here. Does indeed, just goes and takes the higher line. Actually, you can see there, Repusard went in a little deep and just about got it back. That's let. I think that's
Lindsay.
Yeah, I was actually going to say I thought it was Montaldo had pitted, but he hasn't. That's Rodriguez behind him. See Rodriguez putting a move on Horrell here. Oh, I thought he was going to do it. It's the thing, he's struggling because he can't get any easy passes. No one's going to make it easy for him to work his way back through the field, even if he is just trying to unlap himself. But Lindsay really struggling out there, so definitely not a track that's suiting his style. Still up front, we've got Nenad followed by Marco. It's quite a gap now, some 5.8 seconds last time by. Colin Cunniff in third place, Repusard last of the drivers on the lead lap in fourth. Followed by Aaron Mullen, Peter Velkoff, Liam Williams. And sorry, that's all messed up because everybody's changed positions. Aaron Mullen, Liam Williams, Justin Lindsay, there we go. I'm sure for everyone watching it, they can see it all on the ticker though, so.
Looks like Aaron Millen has pitted on lap 37. Look at some of the pit stop times that they've got.
Looks like Rodriguez has had to pit in as well, so he wasn't able to make it all the way to the end. 20 laps to go. I think he's had enough of being held up by Ben, so he's thought, right, I'll take my pit stop now. I've got half a chance of fighting my way back through. But he's 3 laps down at the moment, so I just can't see how he's going to finish anywhere but 14th at the moment. Yeah, Lindsay finds himself back up into 6th place. He's sort of kept it clean. He's made a couple of little mistakes, but for the most part kept it clean. Mullen, he's down in 9th at the moment, I believe, so that pit stop pushing him back. But I did think that perhaps Williams and Lindsay would get him through the pit stop phase, and it has happened.
I think he took tyres because his pit stop was quite long, 18.4 seconds.
Yeah, it's about 5 seconds longer than what everybody else has been for the most part. That said, yeah, that said, Repusard was only 6.8 seconds, so that's just what you have when you just have a splash of fuel. So
Montaldo's in the pits now. 7.6 seconds. His stop.
Let's just jump on board with Tony and see if he's going to get Marco or not. I think that's Montaldo leaving the pits just in front of him as well, so he's got it done. That's ever so close, but pit stop strategy is out again. Marco always seems to nail the pit stop strategies. Lime Park, he gained loads, and I think at Silverstone he gained loads as well, so it's worked out for him now. Tony's got his work cut out now to get a move done before the end of the race. 18 laps to go.
And Montaldo and Repusard look like they've got a bit of a battle shaping up now. Only a second between them. Let's see how this pans out throughout the rest of the race. I think we've seen Liam Williams lost a few places there as well.
Yeah, Liam's had to come in to pit again, so unfortunately that damage, he wasn't able to make it to the race. He's got himself all the way up into 5th place and he's had to give it all up. He's now 2 laps down, but he's got half a chance of some reasonable points here as well. Just looking at the gaps that he's behind, I think he could possibly still get a 7th place here, so some good points, but he will be gutted because he was definitely in a strong position. He had some good pace here, as we can see, because he's managed to fight his way back through.
Not over yet, we've still got 15 laps to go. Anything can happen.
Ben Horrell still stuck behind, I think that's Lindsay's actually, I think it might be Williams.
There's a lap between them. Ben's now 2 laps down in 12th place.
And the leader's in the pits. Just keep a quick eye, 8.4 seconds, and he's away. Good stop from Nenad there. He's got Paul Nelson just going wide. I can hear some contact with the wall there, so he just needs to keep alert. I'm sure his spotter will be telling him what's going on, but definitely someone made contact with the wall. You can see in the background you've got, I think that was Hugo on the left there, who it probably was who made contact, because you could hear him on the pit wall, but Paul Nelson as well running wide on the exit of turn 2. So drivers everywhere at the moment.
However, as of the just over the lap, Matjevic is in the lead. 3 seconds behind him is Montaldo, and about half a second behind him is Repousade. So 3 of them still within 4 seconds on the track.
Yeah, good race from Colin Cunniff as well. He had that little moment where he slipped back for no real reason earlier on, but he's still in there in 4th place, only 14 seconds behind the leader.
Lindsay in 5th, Velkov in 6th.
Yeah, Lindsay going to get a whole load of points, although Velkov's just got Lindsay, I think. Let's quickly see if we can jump on board with those guys, because they look like they're battling it out. Although it looks like Velkov quick to jump away. Still Montaldo under a lot of pressure here from Repousade. Are we going to see the first non-Trident victory of the season? It's not going to happen now, you know it. Something's going to happen, an engine, and now I've just said it, engine's going to blow up, or something's going to happen.
Certainly shaping up to be a good finish to this race, especially this battle for 2nd place.
There's only 13 laps to go now. I mean, these laps are just flying by.
Haldo seems to get a bit of a better run out onto the oval part of the track, which then just puts Repousade on his back foot, and then he catches it back up going into the first bit of the road course. They are seesawing a bit with the times, but certainly not over.
As we just see it again now, just seems to be pulling away, but just jump on board with Ben Hall, Aaron Mullen. Are they battling, or are they a lap apart? They're a lap apart, yeah. Ben just taking the high line again. Yeah, I think Ben just made a couple of little mistakes, and that's what's cost him some points today. Liam's back up and into 10th place, so he's definitely got some points. 6 seconds behind Charles Sears. So, but from there, it's quite a big gap to John Allett, so who's up into 8th place. So Allett will be happy with that, and he might well have a chance at catching Mullen as well. Still, it's all about this battle for 2nd place.
Yeah, it looks like he's got Haldo's got a bit of a stretch to the lead. When I say stretched, it's gone from about half a second to a second, so it's still close between those two. These guys are trading times a couple of tenths of a second per lap to each other. certainly close.
Yeah, and then, I mean, they're running the similar sort of pace as Nenad in front of them as well, so Nenad definitely just worked the strategy right there. 3.5 second lead at this point though, so it's not a great deal. Any little slip up and they'll be right back on him. One back marker, just a little bit slow to let him through. Peter Velkoff back up into 5th place. I think I mentioned it earlier on, but first of the lap drivers. He's got quite a big gap to Colin Cunniff, so I think Colin's well and truly safe in his 4th place. It's a good 30 odd seconds.
Got to give it to Velkoff there after that.
To blow his engine, to have a fast tyre, which, you know, it set him back a lap. He was sitting 2 laps down at one point, so he's managed to get himself back to 1 lap behind. He still has the fastest lap of the race. No, he doesn't. I lie again. Very, very close to the fastest lap, but he's the guy out there at the moment that is consistently lapping the fastest. Low 41s almost every lap.
Looks like Liam Williams has managed to get John Allott somewhere as well. John pitted on lap 47, which is probably where that's come out. Liam Williams is up to 9th place.
Yeah, John all the way down to 10th now, so those drivers who had to have that early pit stop with a little bit of damage that was picked up, seems like they weren't able to make it. I was obviously telling everybody porcupines when I said that the fuel wasn't too much of an issue. Once it's bottled down to it, it seems like you needed to run a good sort of 20 laps before you could make it. 7 laps to go. We're almost done here.
Yeah, it's flown by. Montaldo's stretched the gap over Repuzard to 1.5 seconds. So he's definitely got the hammer down.
Yeah, just as we have a look at Velkoff putting a lap on Allott, I think that was there. Definitely the quickest man out there today, but unfortunately he made that little mistake, shifted down too quickly. Nenad took over the lead, and he hasn't looked back. I have to say, Peter's probably been the most unluckiest person in this championship. That's 3 wins he could have had. It's gone a begging.
Colin's done well in 4th place. He's just kept it on the track, kept himself out of trouble.
Yeah, Colin will be delighted with that actually. Just we jump on board, have a quick look at Colin turn a lap or 2 here. But he's some 50 odd seconds in front of Peter. Well, it's not quite that much because it's fluctuating all over the place with the coding, but on the overlay. But he's kept himself out of the trouble. Where is his teammate? Charles Sears, 8th place as well. So, you know, good drive for the teammates. They'll pick up a whole bunch of points here, which is just what they needed. Yeah, Nenad just coming up to, I think this is Williams, to put a lap on Williams.
5 laps remaining now.
Yeah, it truly has flown by. Yeah, Williams just takes the high line, lets him through. Seen good driving from the back markers this race as well. Everybody knows just to move up high there and let him have it. Well, Williams definitely had the pace to run, so I think in top 5 here today, so it's pretty harsh calling him a bad marker, I think. But yeah, Lindsay's got Mullen right on his tail actually, and just going to quickly jump back to that because that's going to be an interesting little battle.
They've been fighting for quite a lot of this race, especially at the beginning.
Yeah, 3 laps to go. I don't think Aaron want to do anything silly because he's got some points in the bag here. Has he got any at the moment? I don't think he has he? No. So he definitely won't want to throw those away. I mean, he had some in his grasp. And as we see Paul Nelson there just staying low out of the way. Fair play to Paul for sticking around and driving the rest of this race, even though he had his PC issues. But yeah, Lime Rock Park, Aaron had it in his hands, some points, and blew it.
Wasn't it last week when Aaron said he was going to get some points at some point this season? I don't want to put a commentator's curse on it, and I'm a bit concerned I may have, but I think should it stay as it is, he's going to be over the moon with 7th place.
Yeah, he's looking quite racy actually. He looked like he wanted to have a little dig there at Lindsay. Lindsay just blocked the move off, and seems to have got himself a bit of breathing room, but at 58 of 60... I think the battle for 2nd place is all but cooked at this point, so 1.4 seconds between them now, so
Aaron's just sitting behind Lindsay, keeping the pressure on. He's seen him make a few mistakes earlier on in the race. I wonder if he thinks if he keeps the pressure on, maybe Justin will make another mistake.
I think that's the key thing, keep the pressure on, force it. There's nothing worse with 2 laps to go than having someone right behind you trying to get a move done.
Puts up high.
He's looking everywhere as well. He's making sure he's as wide as, you know, as possible in the mirrors. Anything so that Justin will miss his braking point. Charles Sears isn't too far behind, but I
tell you what, I think he may have a run.
He's got up the inside. Lindsay's gonna have to hold it round the outside. Oh, a little bit loose, side by side. They're effectively onto their last lap. Let's just stay with this just for a second, and then we'll jump back to Nenad.
Oh, I think Aaron's gonna have it here. Oh,
Justin's having a little look back. I think he's got a move done. It was a great move actually. He was quick out there the last lap. Let's just quickly see where the leader is.
I think the leader's spinning.
He has. He just crossed the line. Congratulations, Nenad. Fantastic victory. Pole position. Fastest lap of the race.
And I think Justin Lindsay's just made a slight mistake there, and Aaron's got away with it, and is up. And we'll finish 6th.
Yeah, Marco Montaldo is going to come, has brought it home in 2nd place. Tony Represard, first time this season off the top spot of the podium, but still on that podium nonetheless. So, you know, good solid points for him, so he'll be delighted with that. Colin Cunniff has indeed finished in 4th. Peter Velkoff in 5th. And I'll just bring the results up as everybody has crossed the line. Aaron Mullen 6th place, he will be ecstatic with that, and I'm sure we'll perhaps speak to Aaron there because it was a nice little move. We didn't see too much overtaking today. Most of the action was all where people went off really, so it's nice to see an overtake. Justin Lindsay in 7th, he'll still be happy with that. Wasn't keen on driving this track at all, so 7th place, good clutch of points. Charles Sears, he'll be delighted with that 8th place and 4 points with him and his teammate Colin as well. Those guys have picked up a whole load, so they'll be delighted. Liam Williams fought back well from that 2nd lap incident with Rodriguez, gets himself 9th place, so Dan's team will be happy with 7th and 9th. John Allert as well in 10th place. Also another driver had to fight his way back through. Him and Tony again will probably have extended their lead at the top, being as Rodriguez didn't have a particularly good race. Actually no, I think they will. Venezuelan will have caught back up. Just 2 points, so not a major amount, but those points are all going to help come towards the end of the season. Ben Horrell, 11th place, first person not to get points. He'll be a little bit gutted with that. He was definitely in contention to pick up a few earlier on made a few mistakes, and that cost him. Hugo Pretro, 15 laps down. I think he retired with some pedal problems. It might have been, that might have been Rodriguez. Pino really struggled, joined the session really late, didn't have enough time to set the car up or practice, and got the better of him. Obviously Rodriguez we saw with his first few lap problems, and Nelson with, Nelson, as in PK, finishing 15th place, but mainly down to PC freezing and crashing. So unlucky Paul, and I look forward to seeing you back next week. Talking about next week, Darren, where are we? Any ideas?
That's a good question. Bear with me 1 second, I'll just confirm that. Nothing like being prepared.
Just while you're doing that, let's just see if we can grab Aaron up for a quick interview. Hello, Aaron.
You're right, lads.
Yeah. Congratulations on that result today, mate. 7th place. Sixth, six. Yeah. My bad.
I'm absolutely buzzing with that, because if you look who's ahead of me, I've basically finished best of the rest, haven't I?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well happy with that. Well happy.
And I have to say, we were
overtake at the end.
we were watching as you did that move as well. So we've got that all on there. I have to say, I think that was the only overtake we saw in the entire race.
Really?
So, like proper full-on overtake. Yeah, everybody else mainly down to errors and mistakes. So pit lane strategies were in there as well. So yeah, well done for that one. You made it work side by side. He fought you all the way around on that high line.
He
but
did, like. But I made the decision to pit and get tyres. Although I knew a lot of people wouldn't be getting tyres, I did it for that exact reason, hoping that I'd have tyres left at the end of the race. So I'm absolutely buzzing. I never thought I'd get a 6th place in this league.
Well, congratulations, Aaron. I mean, was it not last week? You said I am going to score points at some point in this championship, and you finally
got that day.
Yep.
That is that day, and I'm honest to God, I'm so buzzing. Finish 6th place, that's like a win for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's 8 points as well, so you know
that's going to put me up the standings.
I'm just going to have a quick look actually. Let me just get rid of the results, just see where 8 points would get. That jumps you up into 14th place potentially in the championship as well. So you know, and there's drivers only 4 points ahead of you. You got like Williams, Lindsay, Lapchin, Rabstein. They're only on 12 points as well, so you're right in the mix with them now.
Well, happy with that. I'm a bit gutted Lee couldn't turn up today, for whatever reason. Would have been nice to celebrate with my teammate, but there you go.
Yeah, I think Lee could have done well. I know he was got some commitments that he told us about in the forum, so I know he couldn't make it, so which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, nonetheless, a good result for Caterham today.
Yes, get in there. Happy days. Well chuffed. Thank you very much, boys.
Are you looking forward towards the next round at Okayama Short?
I like Okayama Short. I must admit, it's one of my favourite tracks.
I have to say, I want to put out now on the broadcast. I do believe we are going to convert it to the long, based on the fact that the short is going to be too short. Yeah, I think there was a few people who spoke to us on private messages, and we have agreed that we were going to do it as the long version, so we will update the schedule, but the race thread will go up pretty quick to say that it's going to be the long.
Oh, so, that's fair enough.
Anybody listening to this, make sure they put it on the forum and say long. So.
Well, congratulations, Aaron. Brilliant race today. Really impressed with you, and yeah, go and enjoy it.
Thank you very much, guys. See you later.
All right, see you, Aaron.
Ta-ra.
Let's get the teammates up together. Chaps, we thought we'd bring you up here together. I bet you're both delighted with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, not a problem.
So a 4th and an 8th place, a load of points for the team. Tell us a little bit about your race and how you prepared and what it was like out there today.
I'll let you go, Charlie.
Oh, I was gonna let you go. Fine, I'll go. I'll do it. So, I didn't get a lot of practice in this week. I only got about 2 hours in, so I was a little disappointed with the times I was putting up compared to everyone else. I was staying around the 41.9s, and everyone else seemed to be around 41.6. So I didn't actually get to qualify at all. I was busy right before the race, and I made it about 2 minutes before the race started. So I started at the back of the grid, and just through wrecks, I was able to make it up to 8th and able to keep my position, not too many off tracks. It's really easy to get a slowdown here, so I'm glad I didn't get a lot of those. I had one incident where I spun, but I took front tires when I pit, and that was a stupid mistake. I couldn't control the rear at all, and it cost me a bunch of tenths.
And Colin?
I was just trying to keep the car on the track, trying to get as little slowdowns as possible. I ended up only getting 4 in the end, so I'm quite happy with that.
So where were the slowdown penalties? Where did you have to watch out for?
Everywhere. As soon as you put like half the car off the track, you would instead of just getting a 1x, you would get a slowdown. It was most when going into the last corner. If you actually went too far right to get a better line in, you got to slow down there, which costs you down the back straight, and then the wee chicane 3 and 4, I think it is. If you just cut that just ever so slightly, and you got to slow down there as well. It's just everywhere you were getting slow down, so it's. I knew it in practice anyway, but it was just still difficult.
I'm guessing that's probably what happened to Rodriguez then on the first lap. Coming onto that back straight, he got himself a slowdown penalty, which is why everybody steamed past him.
I didn't see what happened to him. I was too busy trying to sort it myself out. I just noticed. I thought he had touched the wall actually, and so he just seemed to disappear after that. I didn't see what happened.
He got a massive whack from behind. Trust me.
Oh right, okay.
That pretty much was his race done, and then obviously he had his pedal problems as well. So.
But Colin, just quickly, you must have had quite a good view of Velkov on going into that, as he came off the oval when he blew his engine.
I was a wee bit behind that. I just saw the smoke and the aftermath.
Yeah.
I was sort of wary that something like that could happen. Just the amount of downshift that you have to do to go into that corner. I knew it was going to be a problem, so I was just really trying to take it easy. And I think I made the apex about 4 times that whole race into that corner for that reason.
So we're on to Okayama next week. What's your thoughts for there?
I love that track. I absolutely love it.
I just want to point out as well that you might not have just heard on the stream, but we are actually doing the long version, not the short version.
Oh no, that's
excellent.
From the old ADAS circuit. I loved it when it was in Grand Prix 2. That was probably my favourite track in Grand Prix 2. So just being able to drive around there, I just love it.
So we're expecting for some point finish again then.
I'm hoping so, but we'll see. I can't remember driving the car, the Star Mazda around here, so I'm not sure what it'll be like, but hopefully it'll be.
Sorry, Colin, I cut you off just a second ago there.
I mean,
Charles.
That was me. I wasn't saying anything important. Don't worry about it.
Well done again then, lads, and we look forward to seeing you on track next week, and hopefully you can both pick up some points again.
Yeah, hopefully. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, lads.
See you guys.
Well, I think that's about all of our interviews today. But yeah, an interesting little race, Darren, just to finalise it all.
Yeah, it's the first time I've watched a race around that track. Quite interesting to see it all unfold. Bit tricky to commentate on at times when the lap is so short, especially those first few laps. But yeah, a thoroughly good race and another fine race for the ARL-TV GP260.
Yeah, and on that note, we'll call it a night, and we'll catch everybody next week for Okayama. Thanks for watching.
Alright guys, cheers.
We've done that with iRacing. We're creating a new NASCAR sanctioned series, a new division of NASCAR that people from all over the world can compete in from their homes.
They're all just fans really wanting to know and to be able to get as close to the realism of driving a race car as possible. And there's nothing really that catches it quite like iRacing.
It can be a tool for guys that don't have a lot of experience at a track or don't, have never been somewhere. You can crash a lot. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't cost you a lot of money, and you can get an idea of what's going on before you ever get to the racetrack.